It's now the day after the night before. Yay!
And we're still alive.
We're still alive, even though it must be said we did not wake up until gone midday.
No.
But that's fine. We had breakfast of coffee and chocolate.
As you do.
As you do. And we're now venturing out back to Ibiza town. Mainly because we have a return ticket for a ferry bus. So, you know, I'd like to use it up, even though it sounds a bit daft. Hey ho. Yeah, so we're just going to meander, pick up a couple of gifts, and then probably spend more time in a hot tub, because we still have half a bottle of wine and a bottle of fizz to get through, and 2 bottles of lager, I think. So I'm not buggered if I'm leaving any of those behind.
Nope.
So yeah, a bit cloudy today, but the sun is due to come out a bit later. So yeah, all good. And it's day 4 of this vest, so that's doing well. It's looking a bit grey in places, but you know, it's holding up. Hasn't fallen apart yet, unlike its owner.
Now I want to see one, I can't see one.
No. But remember folks, it's all still a bit shit. Now, do I look like a fucking drug dealer? Once again.
Do you want an answer to that?
Yeah, okay. Guy comes up, hello my friend. Weed? Coke? Didn't even get to the hard stuff. But, yeah. Obviously I do look like a drug dealer, or a drug user.
Obviously.
Or a dealer. Nobody's actually come up to me and asked to buy weed or coke. Yet. But that does happen. It happens in Bristol all the time as well, which is quite worrying.
Bizarre.
People just stop and say, do you want to buy? No.
Bar.
The bar. Let's go to the bar. So we have something slightly in the shade.
Yeah, I think that's quite sensible.
And now we're stopping for another drink. Cool. This holiday isn't all about drinking and partying. Okay, it's mostly about drinking and partying. So we're having a cocktail before we get back on the boat. To go back to the hotel, to go in the hot tub to drink more wine.
We are going to go venture down to the beach and have a paddle in
Oh
the
yes,
sea.
we're going to
Before
paddle
we
in
go
the sea
into the
before we go into the jacuzzi to drink more wine.
Yeah. I actually think if we did it the other way around, it could be quite dangerous.
It could be quite entertaining.
It would be.
Yeah. We're now walking back after our last full afternoon in Ibiza, and the sun's come out. So it's a bit cloudy this morning. But, yeah, beautiful sea, very nice. Possible bath blokes ahead, has to have a closer view. Oh, there's one there with big titties. So yeah, overall quite nice. Yeah, it's actually on the bloke front. It's actually been quite disappointing. There's nothing, I think. Yeah, wish I brought more lube. You know, not bad. There we go. We didn't quite make it to Child of the 80s because it actually starts Friday, but that's the stage that it's on with light up cubes. Because what you really want is a light up cube. In fact, we will actually now make our way to the very, very front of the stage because we can. The stage, oddly, isn't that much smaller than the Ashire. I can't say it now. Than the Ashire one. Even though it looks a lot smaller, I don't think it actually is. I think the Ashire one has got some extra stuff around the outside, but apart from that, the actual stage bit itself is pretty much the same size. And they have the smoke machines, they're there and there, and I don't notice any cannons though.
No, that's
There's a distinct lack of cannons, because what you really need is a cannon.
Probably fire them out the trees.
Yeah, but oddly there is a cash machine in the hotel itself, and it's over there.
Oh.
That's a cash machine. How surreal. And a bar where obviously,
I didn't realise there was one there.
yeah.
Heineken playground.
Yeah, where you can queue up for 45 minutes and then not get served. And over here on this side we have all the common people. in the tower. So these are the cheap rooms. Apart from the ones with the full-length glass, those are actually the slightly more expensive rooms. Even though you've got exactly the same view as the cheap rooms. It's a bit weird how it works, isn't it? So temperature's dropped tonight. It's a measly 22 degrees. Should we attempt to try and have breakfast tomorrow? Because we haven't had breakfast. And actually go in there and have breakfast.
We will do that. Right.
So we can go to the breakfast, we can go and do the water thing. And then
find cheap tea before we go off to the airport.
Yeah. Well, it's our last night, so we're probably thinking cheap tea, and then Tim will think, fuck it, and we'll go out and have something nice anyway. Which has happened pretty much all week. You know, should we have we did have that pizza and chips. You know, we did on the budget.
Chips on the pizza.
The chips on the pizza. So there's some other bits inside the hotel. So we have some dresses from Britney Spears here. And some other stuff. I think we've got Anastasia Bette Midler and Shakira, which is also a great ride at Busch Gardens, and Rihanna, and yeah, it's Bette Midler at the top, isn't it? I bet she wouldn't get into that dress now. She's a bit of a bloater, isn't she?
Quite old.
Yeah.
Give her a juice.
So we got some great bits and pieces. Up on it, Roger Walters, Pink Floyd guitar. So, and Richard White, Pink Floyd. This original Kurzweil synth. Pretty cool. And there's loads of bits and pieces and around here. Bob Dylan's harmonica. And a really sort of wacky 3D poster there, Cream. Syd Barrett, Pink Floyd. This somewhat cryptic note referencing the history of Anglo-Saxons written by the late Syd Barrett, Pink Floyd. Frank Zappa's guitar. Andrea Corr, who looks just like all the other Corrs.
Of course.
Of course. Hey, Cyndi Lauper slippers. Fergie Black Eyed Peas sunglasses. And Bono's sunglasses. Killer's guitar, Fender Telecaster. We're walking back through Playa de Bossa, and it's a bit chaotic. I've already been asked multiple times whether I want to go in cocktail bars and things and stuff, and my instant reaction is I don't drink, to which I've been told, but you're English. And we have dodgems going on over here, which is quite fun. So that's pretty cool, and somebody's stumbling out the back of a taxi. But yeah, no doubt we will walk down here and get asked several more times if we want cocktails and other else. This is like a mini version of San Antonio, but with slightly less vomit. But only just slightly less vomit. All good, mate. So yeah, there's a lot of quite police presence and everything else, and fun shit going on. But yeah, this is sort of the first time we've actually been down here. It's midnight. And we've only just finished dinner because we really are dirty old stop-outs. And there's one bar kicking off here, which is quite good. Yeah. It's got people in it. We passed a bar slightly further up that had two people basically having a chat over a Coke. And that's as good as it gets. Oh, we got ladies on a pole. Yeah, and then we got another cocktail bar next door to it, which is completely and utterly empty, with one poor woman dancing by a flag. So yeah, hours of fun. It's quite odd because you've got some bars which are completely and utterly full, and others that are just completely and utterly empty. Do 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 do. So yeah, it's all going off down here. This is Zoyo or whatever the hell we decided we were called the other day, with the pizza and chips, literally.
Pizza
with chips, yeah. So yeah, it's all sort of fun kicking off down there. That looks really quiet, that place actually. It looks almost dead empty. I just had to pull the battery out and reset, so I can't even fucking remember what I just said. But it was something about we're up on the 9th floor having a vodka and Diet Coke, yin and yang. Oh, it's okay, I can have the burger providing I have a Diet Coke type thing. Whereas I've gone for the full fat vodka and Sprite because lemonade doesn't exist outside the UK.
Put on about £0 and I've put on about 10.
I've probably put on about £3. But most of it would be muscle.
And most of mine would be pure fat.
So, you know, I'll be okay. But so we're up on the 9th. We were just discussing, because I say it's 20 past 12, what club we're going to go to, because we can't quite decide on whether to go to happy hardcore, trance, progressive, or hard house. So, you know, we're a bit undecided. So we just had a lovely meal down in Playa de Bossa. Place that I can't remember what it's called, Lemon something, wasn't it? El Limon. Chef came out, English bloke, completely wasn't expecting that. Really nice guy, tried to get off of Sarah. Sometimes it's friendly and sometimes it's over friendly. He was almost breaching that border. But he had perfectly good intentions and it was a nice chat. Shook everyone's hand, thanked us for coming. We actually sent the bill back because they didn't charge us enough. They forgot to add on the desserts, and it was actually so nice a meal that it felt wrong to diddle them out of money. So we sent it back and got them to correct it. And yeah,
one of the cheapest we've had.
It's still one of the cheapest. We paid €80, and that included a good, almost €10 tip.
Yep.
For lovely food, and that included a very reasonably priced bottle of wine. The bottle of wine was €16,
Yeah, it's the cheapest
which was the cheapest bottle we've had by far.
Except from the Spa.
Yeah, it's set from the shop, but from a restaurant that would actually easily beat most UK prices for a bottle of wine, and it was a nice bottle of wine. It was an Ibizan Spanish wine. So yeah, that was really nice meal. Nice meal to end the
And a free shot.
and a free shot at the end of it. Yeah, nice meal to end off our time here. So now, say we're on the 9th, watching the planes come in. There's one about to take off. So yeah, it's been a lovely week. It's been an interesting week. We've had some interesting discussions.
Obviously, you're a drug dealer.
Obviously, even on the way back on that walk, once again I was offered coke.
Yeah. Coke happiness.
Coke happiness. Yeah. I don't know. It depends what you're charging. Happiness. Do you reckon Ken Dodd was on coke?
Yeah, he must have been singing a song like that.
Yeah, absolutely shitted out of his face. So, but the other thing we decided what's really needed here was this is our cocktail bar. A little bit empty, but we're looking across to the Ushuaia cocktail bar where they got the flame, and theirs is pretty empty as well.
Yeah.
But what we think would be really good is if they had a zip line between the two.
That'd be cool.
So you could like zip over to Ushuaia and back again. I think that could be quite good fun.
Might lose your shoe halfway through.
Yeah. They might have to put a net or something in case. Yeah, mobile phones sort of flailing across between the hotels. But yeah, you can see all the way down Playa de Bossa, and you can see all the way across down to Ibiza town. That's the old town there in the background. You see it actually really clearly at night, all lit up. It's not that far at all. One fun thing we discovered today was we've been taking this aqua bus between Playa de Bossa, Figueritas and Ibiza town. But we did work out that if we didn't walk through the peninsula and just went down the main road, we could actually go from the aqua bus stop to the centre of Ibiza town in about 10 minutes. And it's pretty much it's pretty much the same speed as taking the bus. So but the bus was more fun, and I still had a return ticket that I did manage to use today, so that was quite nice. Even though we didn't have an ice cream today, but we did have a drink down there. I reckon that's a vehicle going down the runway at the moment.
It certainly wasn't anything else. They might be doing the runway bit. Perhaps that was the last plane that came in. That means we've got peace for at least 5 hours.
Well, I know, around 3 AM first plane.
Yeah.
Possibly. So yeah, right by the runway, great view. It's been a great few days. Really enjoyed it. We've done things completely and utterly outside of our comfort zones.
Absolutely, good fun.
You know, next to throwing Sarah on Montu roller coaster or something, I think that's about as far as she'd like to get.
At the moment.
At the moment, yeah. Even though one day I can throw her on Montu just for sheer enjoyment.
The hell out of it.
Yeah.
You never know.
Alton Towers, you'll love it. Get over the fear. You'll do one coaster, it'll be fine.
Yeah, maybe.
Do Nemesis. Well, you'll do Nemesis. Get on Nemesis. You'll be shit scared. We'll bung you on the front row, on the middle. Get your harness down. Crank up to the lift hill, and then you get round. You'll be inverted. It's almost silent. No, there's no yakking. You'll be
they
absolutely
haven't had me
fine.
on a roller coaster. Believe me.
I don't know what you're scared about.
I would just have a heart attack and die.
No, it's not that quick. It's nice, sedate.
That's probably the problem. It's not that quick. If it was quick, it'd be over and done with. It wouldn't be an issue. I'm not an adrenaline junkie like you are.
I'm not an adrenaline junkie.
Yes, you are. You used to race karts. Now you fly a helicopter. You're an adrenaline junkie. You go for runs. My idea of vigorous exercise is combat on a Monday and a bit of pump on a Wednesday and Friday.
And maybe some extreme crochet during the week.
Yeah, maybe a bit of Zumba.
Yeah.
Potentially, if I can be asked to.
I'm not an adrenaline junkie. I'm very, very cautious. I'm not. Yeah, as a kart racing driver, I never used to have that big an accident. Forget all the ribs. But it's one of the safest people out. I always did things with measured caution, which is why we always ended up with the season with a kart that was still complete rather than one in pieces.
Yeah, fair enough.
You know, it's like I've never crashed a car I own.
No, you crashed mine.
I've crashed yours. I've crashed numerous company cars. Rental cars. Wrote one of them off. Yeah. But no, it was the deer's fault.
It was the deer's fault. Yeah.
But no, I've never taken more than a wing mirror off one of my own cars. Never. So yeah, in 30 odd years.
Just plain selfish. See your cars.
Well, I don't really drive much.
Right, everybody else.
Yeah, but it's the same with karts. Never ever seriously crashed my own car. Never.
But quite happy to crash somebody else's.
Yeah, Vince wrecked the axle, broke the stubs, murdered my car immensely, but I never had. But Julian's karts, one I took the front off, one I took the rear off. And I mean demolished it completely. Took the front right off one of his karts at Le Mans and did something quite similar at Thruxton. Completely demolished it.
But it's still quite an adrenaline junkie type thing to do, isn't it? Racing cars, let's be honest.
Yeah, it's good fun. But
you know, I have enough adrenaline just having to get up at 6:20 every morning.
But it's about sort of risk taking. You got to put it down. Is there a risk in racing a kart? Yes, because you're in control. Is there a risk in flying a helicopter?
Yeah.
Yes, but it's slightly less. You're still in control, but you are. Flying a helicopter is all about safety. So you would never do anything that could potentially put you into a situation. Whereas racing a kart, you're always thinking strategically, so you could potentially put yourself in a risky situation, and that's what racing drivers do. And then you've got the other extreme. You say going on a roller coaster is being an adrenaline junkie.
Okay, it's safe, isn't it, really?
It's perfectly safe, unless you go to Alton Towers on Smiler. But apart from that, they are you know, it's one of these things where you've got more chance of being injured driving to the theme park than you have at the theme park.
I know.
So it's measured risk. So
it's a case of, for me, probably just go on something like Saw and just go for
Nemesis.
it. I think Nemesis might be a step too far for me.
No,
maybe.
Saw's worse than Nemesis.
Yeah, that's the one I need to go for then.
What, Saw?
Yeah.
Just go on Nemesis first and get yourself acclimatised.
Is that the one where you dangle?
Yeah, but you...
No, I'm not doing anything where I dangle.
Well, you don't really dangle. You sit in a chair. You're sat in the chair like this, and you've got over-shoulder harness with the world's most useless seatbelt, and that's it. And so you've got over-shoulder harness, but you're sat in a chair and your legs are there.
Enclosed.
Well, you're in a chair, so
right, okay.
there's nothing below your feet.
Okay.
But you're in a really big chair. You've got a big over-shoulder harness. You can't go anywhere because it's locked down so tight. And you've got the stupid seatbelt thing to stop it flipping up, even though it's impossible.
You know the old boats that used to go like this?
Yeah.
Parts, right? This is the girl that screamed so badly to the guy who was operating it in Jersey that I wanted to get off on. I was going to throw up everywhere that he actually stopped the ride and let me off.
That was it. St Helier. That was Fort Regent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Didn't like it. No, don't like that at all. Rocking back and forward.
If you want to subscribe to my channel, then click on my face.